And welcome to the NXT review. We are the Dudley Boys of What Culture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review the show, formerly known as NXT 2.0. Run that back down. AW Dynamite. AW Collision. Yeah. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on Wrestle Culture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's NXT, quite possibly the best NXT of the year.
Way up there. I know we had a bit of a joke yesterday on the preview about sometimes you just need to take an entire month off.
We had fun, didn't we?
Yeah. I would recommend, based on this episode, you want to take roughly 6 years, because then you get to go to Full Sail next week out of nowhere and see a bunch of wrestlers you actually care
about. It's out somewhere.
Well,
because the show was called Homecoming.
I had no clue that was happening.
I don't pay enough. It's my job.
I must have missed it.
It's my job.
I missed it as well.
To be absolutely fair usage, it was kind of Wilbourn's job yesterday in the here's a primer of everything that's been happening.
Tim was he doing Switch and Disco?
Huge. And out of note, I had a bit of a joke at NXT's expense yesterday, but it was an audio one only, and I surprised myself smiling at the prospect of DIY versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. All right then. I didn't know that there was an entire show of that in 7 days. This was really fun, setting all that up. God forbid what happens when we go back to normal again. But this world, it was a really fun one to be in for a week.
It's all right. We got Homecoming next week, and then it's the go home for No Mercy. Then it's the fallout from No Mercy, and then we're basically at Halloween. wait, where is it? Halloween.
You didn't say this was the go home.
Was I meant to do a thing there?
No. I
got confused.
I thought because we had Ciampa. Oh, man, Ciampa gives me the cards.
I forgot about him.
He was back this week, wasn't he?
Putting his dukes off.
He got to go home in a fallout next week.
Yeah.
2 bullet points straight away.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Full Sail. What is it? Homecoming Fallout.
Yeah.
NXT returns to Full Sail.
Mm-hmm.
And No Mercy Go Home.
No, he's on the road.
Road to
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Fallout.
I'm saying next week he only requires 2 things to actually happen on the show.
Oh, because we've got a week. It's the week after.
It's the week after. Because it's No Mercy's not yet the same weekend.
It's WrestlePalooza. The next week's WrestlePalooza Go Home.
Yes.
And Fallout.
It's WrestlePalooza weekend is what we're all calling it.
It's SEO. That's what I've been taught.
Yeah.
I haven't been taught anything. I don't know anything. Siege, what do you make of this show?
Not much. You know what, actually? There was some stuff on this show that I earnestly enjoyed and also laughed at.
That's what you want.
That's all you want from this crap.
Well, let's get straight into it, because they certainly did on NXT. No messing about. Javon Evans storms to the ring, calls out Josh Briggs, and just kicks right off.
Oh my God.
The camera angle from the dive, the plancher, was incredible.
Yeah.
Also liked Ava's out there trying to restore order.
Ineffective.
Well. That went well. Hey, more from her in a bit. So Javon
makes it bloody change.
So long. I forgot about this. Javon has said,
I now picture that pose for separating a fight.
It's weird when it cut to her office, and there's the bit with Ricky Saints and Obafemi that her arms aren't doing this. What's wrong about you? Why haven't you? So yeah,
there's something different about you.
Javon, as Sid said, dived onto Briggs, chuck him towards the ring. There's a springboard into a moonsault from Javon Evans. He's class, obviously. He's on fire early on. He hits the handspring corkscrew kick. Frog splash very early on, gets a 2 count. Briggs comes back with big shots, though, and the audience hates him.
Yeah, they really don't like him at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of working in a weird way.
Uh-huh. I like this matchmaking, but the heat here really helped Josh Briggs, didn't it?
Yeah, he hit a boss man slam for a 2 count. Evans came back with a Hurricane Rana and another one off the top rope. They spill to the outside. Evans gets sent into the announce desk. Briggs wants to chokeslam him through it, but Evans jumps onto it, jumps from the table to the apron, and and then does a big tope suicida that takes him and Briggs over the desk.
Oh my God.
What a bump from Briggsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You me? He did that. So kind of a new school bump, isn't it? Where like the person taking it will do a quick hop and then absorb the impact. So it looks like, they've been driven past the table, if you like. It's cooperative. They did this so goddamn well. The guy looked like he'd been blown away and was not cooperating with it at all.
Yep.
That was just the break spot. We come back and typical coming back from the break spot, but somehow Josh Briggs having someone in a headlock. Everyone's like, no, we need the fire up spot. So it works, like you say. Evans fires up, but Briggs cuts him off and taunts him and slaps him and talks trash. But that fires up Javon. He springboards into a flying clothesline for a near fall. Does it again, but gets caught by Briggs, who tries a power slam, but Evans counters that into a stunner. It's a punt kick.
Sorry, my tennis elbows. Sorry, that was really distracting. I'm sorry.
There's a punt kick from Evans for a near fall.
Doesn't matter.
Takes aim for another shot, but Briggs hits a huge lariat. Evans gets sent into the rope. Spinning side kick. Goes up top. Swanton coast to coast. Insanity. Briggs, they go to the outside. Briggs pulls Evans into the ring post head first. Rolls him in. Grabs a chair. The referee's busying himself with that. There's a super kick by Evans, who goes for his springboard double cutter. And Briggs just nails him with the right hand. 1, 2, 3. Oh. But on the replay, you see that he's used the chain necklace as a weapon to KO Javon Evans.
You little bastard. About once a month in the both companies that we cover, a singles TV match, and I use those qualifiers in particular because pay-per-views, especially from AEW, and actually multi-persons from AEW, but like a singles TV match will be the answer to my prayers as somebody that watches both companies' weekly TV output.
Lash Nia the other week.
Oh my God.
The match that is the match between the two wrestlers and is a kind of a victory of the matchmaking of what those two could do together. This was that.
Yeah.
I want that more than anything I want in all of wrestling is to watch these two wrestlers simply being themselves and the chemistry working. And I got all of that from this. We've talked a lot about like Javon Evans. Fields can't miss, but it is WWE developmental. And they put them
just don't add the one thing at the end there. WWE.
Well, yeah, there is that. They test them. That's what I was going to say. People a lot of the time spend longer, not all the time, a lot of the time spend longer than they need. They kind of like are given odd feuds that seemingly exist, just like, what you got then? Like, maybe that is this a little bit, because Josh Briggs is, he's hit and miss, to be fair. But Javon Evans is, again, showing you what he's got with the Josh Briggs. He's finding something within Josh Briggs. And similarly...
Biker Taker, basically.
In Biker Taker, Josh Briggs, knowing his own strengths, seems to understand here what exactly, to Sidgwick's point about the bump, what to give Josh Briggs and then like what to not let him have, and when to feed a little bit, but then when to be the big man and when to be the cut-off. I bloody love this. Like, I had such a good time with this match. You just need to see two wrestlers being themselves against one another more than we get. And this is, for me, was like a textbook example of it.
This was really good. This was really, really good. I was actually shocked by how much I enjoyed it. That bump was the highlight of, if I see anything as cool as that on AEW TV, I'll be a happy little freakazoid. Because it was tremendous.
Not much freakazoid around at the moment. It's
Yeah. Because it was tremendous. AEW sexual as well.
I mean,
that's just homophobic. What I liked about this match and what I got out of it was something very similar to Hamflett, where, like, this is something we've discussed at length. The quote-unquote good match is eating itself. Actually, it's eating itself back out, and now it's going back for seconds because...
Stop eating your own match.
Everyone says that.
It's like that dirty... Have you ever seen the Dirty Sanchez in the TV show with the Welsh lads, where they, like, make, like, an omelette, eat it, sick it back up into a frying pan, cook it, and eat it again. That's a good match, basically.
Grimmer jackass on it, Dirty Sanchez. Really.
Just go insane.
I have just seen it all, and I've seen it all and then some, to the point where even if I see a nice exchange of moves, in the back of my head, somewhere in that subconscious, this dulled subconscious of mine, I'm thinking, what are you wasting your time for?
Yeah.
In 3 minutes, that person's going to counter that move. It's like the amount of main event trappings and sequencing that have infected literally every match on every level of the card, on every card. It kills me. What are you doing that for? What a waste of time. Because in 3 minutes, the momentum's going to be reversed. Idiot. You wasted my time. In this match, like, almost everything that Javon Evans did actually meant something, because it was do or die, fraught with risk, to the point where I'm thinking he's got the better of Briggs here, and that thread was maintained throughout. But I got that sort of heart in my mouth effect, feeling, every time he did something, because it was so close to getting reversed. I know there was just something different about this match, where everything that Javon Evans did meant something.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a cynical attempt to do a lot of cool things. Like, that quest for victory was just the thread of this match.
I'd need to watch it back to check, but I wonder as well if it was one of them things, like if John Evans was like working with a wider stance just to give Briggs a few extra inches, like that thing that wrestlers sometimes do, because the differential contributed so much to the story they were trying to tell, and there was a lot of that, and I get
and
that.
It worked nicely with him having to use the amount he uses sort of springboard moves as well.
Yeah. I get that with Briggs sometimes, but I don't think he's not like one of your default giants if you're going through your Rolodex, is he?
No.
But in the right context, he can absolutely work like one.
Yeah. No, he's selectively very good, often a bit boring, sometimes funny bad.
Yeah.
But tonight he was last night he was genuinely like really quite great. Now, every single springboard I'm thinking, oh, are you going to make it? Are you going to make it? Really good storytelling and matchmaking.
Just love the idea of looking at a coast to coast and going, put a flip in there probably.
Young Bucksy in that. They'll
Yeah.
find an extra little thing that just elevates it and makes you feel like they've reinvented the wheel.
Yeah.
You knew that could be done.
And then just when you thought the show couldn't get any better, we go to Ava's office. There's the NXT World Champion Obafemi and the number one contender Ricky Saints arguing about what happened last week. Ricky basically said, we don't have to wait for no mercy. We can fight right now. Ava is having none of that though, Sidge. She says, I know you two have a lot you want to get off your chest.
I know you two have a lot you want to get off your chest.
So next week at NXT Homecoming,
So next week is NXT Homecoming.
you can air all of your grievances
You can air all of your grievances.
on the Grayson Bloody Waller effect.
The Grace and Bloody Waller effect.
Thanks, Ava. She's got the same. She
Welcome.
Georgia, general manager of NXT, of course. In walks the leader of Trick and A, the TNA World Champion, Trick Williams, and he asks Ava if everything's good for. Oh, sorry, Ava, I need you back again. All good for everything with DIY.
Wake up, Ava.
Ava says, yes.
Yes.
Ricky's like, what's going on? Trick says, this is championship business. You wouldn't know anything about that. And he tells Oba, we've got unfinished business as well.
I mean, like, this might have just been nothing and the convenience of them being there in the same segment, but in the event that Ricky Saints was to lose to Obafemi, if the next step on from that is like fighting Trick Williams on a TNA pay-per-view, real problem.
Yeah, real problem.
We'd be fighting for another world title. What's the problem there? Sorry.
Seth Rollins, the world champion in CM Punk, isn't it?
Who is that you were telling me about the other day?
Just something like that. Like, the Becky Lynch CM Punk competition was so good. That was like me accepting defeat on Seth Rollins. It's like, oh, just take him away and it's hot again. He's the problem. I'll just accept it. And then like a Seth Rollins Stan account. Well, he's got the world championship belt and CM Punk hasn't. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's still better then. When Punk could get his hands on the strap. Do another world title fight.
Following this, out comes DIY, Old Man Ciampa.
Oh, man, Ciampa gives me the creeps.
And plucky little Johnny Gargano.
Just scared around here.
The heels on SmackDown.
Why is it? They're just so fucking happy to be back in NXT with their t-shirts on.
I was going to say with the blue t-shirts, yeah.
Everything's fine.
Oh, little Gargano. He matched his sneakers, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gotta wear the blue one.
See the matching Sean?
So Ciampa's
Got it made specially. Look at the bottoms. Say like HBK on them.
Remember when he wore the
I always think of you.
the Hall of Fame pocket square.
Yeah.
What a little loser. loser. I described it when I tweeted. I registered my disgust throughout the world at the time via a tweet, and I was like, I've seen dogs on hot days drinking out of the water bowl, lashing their tongues against water with less ferocity than Johnny Gargano licked that boot that day. What a complete little loser.
Oh, dear. I forgot exactly how you worded that tweet. It pops me every time.
I did a big 5-minute version at the time as well to Wilbourn. Like, do you ever have dogs growing up? And then I went, it was
really
great.
well built.
It was good stuff.
So, yeah, Ciampa gets the mic and says, every time we step foot in an NXT ring, it feels like home. Feels special. But tonight is extra special.
200 people in an extractor fan.
Because tonight.
You're going early, mate. You're literally in full center. Just wait 1 week.
Yeah, I know.
Did you forget, old man?
It's different around here. But yeah, it marks.
Look, Tommaso, it's William Regal.
But on this exact date, it's 10 years since the very first time that DIY tagged together as with Johnny Gargano in NXT. Thank you, says Tommaso Ciampa. Gargano says,
Now you ain't over.
a lot of people forget where they came from. I stood in this ring before and I said I was NXT for life. And I meant it. We may be on SmackDown now, but NXT will always be our home.
Aww. What a mark.
Ciampa says,
Gargano and Ciampa are such marks.
My very last match in NXT, I always hoped it wasn't actually going to be my last match in NXT. What was his last match in NXT?
Ciampa.
It was Tony D, that's why I sent
Of course. Sorry.
Get him out of here, Tony. Everyone's like, thank you, Ciampa. I was like, get that schmuck out of here.
Do you know why I didn't think about that one? Because I was... Is he Ciampa outside? I was trying to work out if we'd heard this speech more recently. You know, when he just rocks up at the performance. And,
Yeah.
Oh, like that. I just thought...
What I love about this place is the passion.
Is it?
Suck my dick.
I think these people have the free ticket.
Don't sing, mate. Don't sing. Don't sing, mate. Don't sing. Don't sing, mate. Don't sing. Don't sing, mate. Yeah.
Lovely.
Could release it in time for Christmas.
Why not?
This rebel heart, please. Yeah.
So my cock suck nothing else.
Anyway.
So my cock suck nothing else. This massive cock.
Sean, I'm saying so good too.
Turn their attentions to Trick Williams, and then bing bong, squeeze me. Out comes Trick Williams. This is cut that music. The greatest NXT superstar of all time has finally arrived. Look, last week you two got the better of me. I'm not going to lie, 2-on-1, but it's one thing you forget to mention, and that is because this all went down because the two of you are jealous. Your NXT crew can't hang with my NXT crew. And Johnny Gargano invites him into the ring. And
for another 2-on-1 beatdown from the baby faces.
He says, why don't you get in this ring? We'll remind you what we did for NXT. And Trick says, oh, I will. But this time, I'm not alone. And Carmelo Hayes returns.
Makes me feel old that we're doing Carmelo Hayes in terms of like reunion patter.
Aye.
2.0 law.
They had that.
Go.
Remember the 2021 War Games? It was like the old guard versus like the Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, new guys.
And now Carmelo Hayes is now an old guy.
Yeah. I'll come back around. Although that was 2021, so that's 4 years. So that's the entirety of Steve Austin's main event run ago.
What happened?
What the hell happened to these clocks?
It's the best. It was the best of times, NXT 2.0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
for
it
us. Not many other people, but for us. It's a lot.
It was great because I remember at the time there was a Twitter engagement account who isn't relevant anymore because he was faking it the whole goddamn time. Yeah. And they were like on my ass because I was just like any editorial I could pitch that would get approved. I would giddily write just the death knell of NXT. It's like, this is finished. And if you don't think it's finished, you're a liar because you're not watching it like we are every single week. Oof. So I wrote something like, why WWE must eliminate NXT. It wasn't fit for purpose. They were like stubbornly putting on matches that would only find a home with an audience that had long since migrated over to AEW, and Vince McMahon would have looked at it and went boring.
Yeah.
It served no purpose. It was
Chrome
not
X period.
it was not a rating success. No one was going to do no one was doing anything on that show that might have made them a star on a WrestleMania main event. And its USP, its value was rendered utterly irrelevant by AEW. And it was bleak and it was grim. And I kept saying, I don't care about Brooklyn 1. This is 2021 and this thing is dead, serves no purpose, and it must be eliminated. And then this dickhead engagement account, who was had a following at the time, where are you now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where are your followers now? And I was seeing them on the timeline, and they would screenshot this guy's ripping it out of our beloved NXT, and then he'd have all these total anti-AEW losers liking it. And then guess what happened? Levesque lost his job. NXT 2.0 was from the design alone was a punishment, and then it completely reimagined itself, and then it became a bit of a success because the old one wasn't, because no one wanted to watch it no more.
I remember,
I want the moms.
You would often say when we were in the early days of good WWE, when we'd praise it, and you'd say, "Oh, right, all you need to do is have 20 years of terrible television, and anything after that is an improvement."
Correct.
Like the joy we took out of we'll take anything at this point. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna review it, but having sat through the dirge of just they hit each other so hard they both broke each other's jaws.
And get to work.
And it's like, Duke Hudson's playing poker now. All right,
this guy's a spaceman.
What's next? Could be a builder.
It was so good. It was so fun. Everyone else was really angry about us for enjoying it so much as well, which is even better. Anyway, so Melo's back, and he says, look, you've said a lot of things that since I've left Trick, you've said a lot of things that are true, but a lot of things that aren't true. I heard you talking about this. This is my house. You're saying this was your house. Well, these are the two guys that built it. I did the renovations.
Speaking of renovations, if you can hear any thuds,
yes,
we are moving offices, and some other people are moving stuff around
because
on our time.
And they could have fit into this promo because you mentioned the space one. That's exactly what I thought about. Because
I was taking the piss end. I don't know when else they were going to do it.
They went so far into talking about renovations. House. It's like, these built a house, but I fit the conservatory and I did most of the plumbing before these came back and did the wiring.
Yeah, but you left a smell.
Yeah.
So I didn't do a good enough job, so then I had to fix it. And guess what? Even though you did a fix, it's back. How is it back when you've already been here and fixed it once?
You're going to need to check up. There's something in that loft. I think you want to get somebody out.
They've already been at the loft. They've already been at the loft, and we thought it was done, and now it's back.
So he said he calls Trick a squatter, basically. Ooh. And
House stuff.
Melo puts over greats from NXT like Ciampa and Gargano, like Carmelo Hayes. Take your high heels off at the door, put them right there. Don't touch anything. Be quiet whilst the OGs are talking, he says.
Can I get you a drink or anything?
So, Gargano says...
Yeah, sorry for being a bit, particular, but, we have just moved in. I'm sure we'll get over it in a year, but for now, please do take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Please do take your shoes off.
I agree. Take your shoes off when you come in. What are you doing?
We're going about someone's house or to NXT?
Both.
Okay.
Both apply.
How you have to sort of pretend to be, uppity, just to, tell someone to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, We'll stop caring about the carpets eventually.
Everybody's shoes are by the door. What does that imply?
Yeah.
Join that club, yeah?
Shoeless house. So that is.
Carpets are expensive.
Yeah. Gargano's like, hey,
getting a deep clean is not cheap neither.
Yeah.
Gargano.
And you have to move stuff around. It's yet another thing to do in your life.
Tasks and hassle.
All
I do is just try and avoid every day I get up and just try.
There's always a new task and hassle. Something you think's fixed isn't actually fixed.
Nope.
2 things.
Yeah.
2 things aren't fixed.
So Gargano's like, hey, tomato. It's like Stand and Deliver Philadelphia all over again. I was like, Memories. But
Well, that's probably the. Sorry, I know I'm completely stepping on your dick all over this goddamn promo recap, but when Gargano went, it's like the NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver all over again. Has anyone else referenced that other than Gargano in the last however many years on Earth? That's just like he's such a little mark, and he remembers everything about this. Nobody else does. He's such a mark. Just imagine him going to Michaels and Triple H like, hey, Shawnee. Yes, Jonathan. I was just wondering what your favorite in your house was. Well, I don't have many. The business was, it sucked. It sucked. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
We doing Halloween again for this year, Halloween Havoc? I got another Sean outfit, Sean. Remember my last one? It's okay. I'll come back later.
You're busy. Trick says, look, Mello, I get it. I get why you're upset. We've got history.
Can Austin Theory be Diesel again, Sean? He really wants to be Diesel again, Sean. I don't want to tell him no. He got nothing else going on. I'll come back later.
He's got nothing else going on.
Austin Theory.
We've been through a lot, says Trick. Yes, I've been talking trash about you. Even last week. That wasn't right, but don't get it twisted. I squat when I want to squat, and I wear my heels when I want to wear my heels.
I like mind games. Sorry, Sean.
This is still my house. Tommaso Ciampa's like, little brother, big brother, which one's which, basically. And Mello, having this, at this point, I'm very certain he's not going to team with Trick Williams until Ciampa's like, who's the big brother, who's the little brother? Mello's like, shut up. You two are the last two we'll be talking, the two of the biggest backstabbers in NXT history. Trick's like, let's talk about it. Gargano's like, no, we're not going to talk about that. You know what the people want to see? 2 generations of NXT, the biggest tag match in NXT history at NXT Homecoming. Trick Mello Gang versus DIY next week.
Fine. They dicked about too much with the house stuff. We tried to breeze past it, but they really because the little the old 2023 Triple H magic. This was the thing of like, can we talk for a second about how you two always try to kill each other? Yeah, but and it's like, that is the thing. That's actually fine. That binds them.
Rob
Sod it
Fee.
out the match. Paul Levesque. Like
it's pronounced Rob Fee.
Featuring Rob Fee and Bruce Pritchard and Ed Koski and all those other guys that just sit around the table going, yes, boss. I've seen it on Unreal, so it must be true. Like, that's all right. That nice little link between the two. I booked the match. Why not?
I will say, they did just as good a job of having. We know they had to reverse engineer something to get to this match. They did just as good a job of sort of squaring the circle of why Hayes and Trick would sort of be drawn back together without just completely ignoring what else has happened and is currently going on in their lives. They did just as good a job as that as they've done a poor job with DIY, who are heels on SmackDown and just turn up like 40-year-old Peter Engels production characters trapped in a world that their age don't belong in.
Do screeches. God.
Double screech.
Double screech. Can't be double screech.
Can't be double screech.
Oh, man. Mello gets his aura back, then he coming back to NXT.
I think Screech Powers
would
make him a cooler professional wrestler than Johnny Gargano.
I think he did. We had that brief TNA run.
Dustin Diamond or something.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
All right,
yeah.
Dead.
I hope this is a
no age at all.
Long-term conduit for Trick to get onto the main roster.
Aye.
With Mello.
Yeah, sod it.
It's a one-off, mate. One off for Homecoming.
Yeah, not right. He's not going to happen right now.
Something like this again, unless it's WrestleMania season.
What?
Bare minimum stand delivery, you.
Yeah. Well, they've got to get the TNA title off him first. He's Mr. Trick NA, isn't he? So. I'm not fantasy booking something. I have zero fantasies about TNA ever.
Well, what came next was the speed tournament. Natty was in the front row for this match because she's going to be facing Fabi Apache at Worlds Collide. Of course, it was Fabi Apache versus Lainey Reed. They both get some pre-tape promos.
Way to build her up.
to get themselves over. I love how the lights change after every minute on speed title match.
Just get your heart racing.
Oh, man. I'm like, oh, my God, you're running out of time. Get on with it. Great
you love
stuff.
time. That's your thing, isn't it? Like, Iron Survivor's all about time.
Yes.
Speed, which is probably to you better than Anarchy in the Arena.
I do like
the time. I'm in big trouble.
I do like the time limit element of it. Like Wilbourn saying, get on with it. It's like I said that about a lot of matches, even if they're not for the speed title.
Same. I did think, what if AEW did 8 minutes? 10's too long. It isn't, but it feels like it.
The normal speed title.
But if you think about it, like if there's a 20-minute match on Dynamite, if there's a 16-minute match on Dynamite, that gets one commercial. So if you're doing 8, no commercials, countdown, like a little TV title gimmick,
Or every women's match.
yeah, not every what is the median? Like 8 minutes,
about
and
8
3
minutes, wasn't
seconds,
it?
up 1 second from 8 minutes and 2 seconds the prior year.
So yeah, no messing about. Dropkick from Fabi Apache to start. She ran Laney out of the ring, jumped on her from the apron. That's a roll-up exchange. Apache hit a sit-out rear mat slam. Hits Reed with the big boot as well for 2. Argues with the ref, but Reed comes back with a super kick for 2. Reed goes for a body slam, but Apache landed on her feet and hit a bridging German suplex for 2. Goes up top, but Natty goes from sitting at ringside to being at ringside. And that distracts Fabi Apache. She misses the senton. Running knee strike from Laney Reed, who advances to the final, where she'll face Candice LeRae.
When I say the best thing about this match was the length, I don't mean to come across facetious.
You do.
I don't. The constant ticking of the clock genuinely helped this. This wouldn't have needed to go any longer.
And the lights.
And the lights. Yeah, God forbid we don't mention the lights. This wouldn't have benefited from any more than it got. And the fact that they were running against the clock, like, improve the psychology of it, Jenny. The ball knowers have gone big on that frigging Viking Raiders one from earlier this year.
That was great.
Yeah, it was like, but that was all they had going for them. Was like it was a cold
Inamura.
Inamura,
one of
Ivor.
them. Yeah, like cold
Kicked
match,
ass.
cold match in a TV building that just looked weird and had the benefit of it. Like, well, you got to go. This wasn't that, but it used those same benefits.
No, it wasn't that. No, I like short matches. I like time limits. This enhanced what was the match that you'll never remember in your entire goddamn life, and I can't believe I've dedicated this much time to it. 3 observations. Observation 1, didn't care about the people involved, so I'm thinking, I wish AEW would do something like this properly. Observation 2, what an ass crap finish. Observation 3, Laney Reed has got one of those names where I'm thinking, did you LimeWire my computer 20 years ago? Like some of these women's wrestlers' names, man, are not good.
So you're not hyped for Fabi Apache versus Natty?
Well, no, I'm not hyped for anything Natty does. Just slap the piss out of someone.
Yeah,
punching the piss out of someone. Was it like a receipt or something?
I don't know.
Is that just a thing?
I think
it's hard as Natty.
Yeah, I think she's dead hard.
Taking liberties.
Starts
gimmick.
fights.
Love that. I will say.
Gotta lay it in, Natty.
Yeah, lay it in, Natty. Your dad, the big rhino. I will say, I'm not accusing her of taking liberties. Like, didn't she do like all these classes and stuff? Like, she does care.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
So maybe you should think about that next time before you mean spirited.
Good point. Speaking of the speed title, though, Sol Ruka is, of course, the champion right now. She's backstage with Zarya.
She was there recently discoursed, of course.
Sol Ruka?
Yeah. They thought that, because she does the beach towel thing with the belt.
Yeah.
People were like, why is the babyface wiggling her ass? I was like, first of all, it's like,
that was the thing.
Yeah, it's
Jesus Christ.
Why is she wiping her ass with a belt? Doesn't she respect it? Just get the sand off it. That's all.
Yep. It's everywhere.
People will talk about anything. Dumb ass idiots.
They're discussing where she's going to put the 3rd title when they win the tag titles, because Zarya says she needs this victory tonight. She needs to be at NXT.
Got Mercedes money.
Mm-hmm.
She's the best wrestler. Wilbourn, isn't she the best women's wrestler? Much better than anyone in NXT because she's got the most titles.
No, I'm not sure about that.
I'm sure that's how it works in your head, though. I'm just extrapolating. I'm extrapolating your usual logic.
Yeah, I'm just saying they have to be titles that matter. She needs to be at NXT Homecoming, says Zarya. Hank and Tag come in, and
there'll be no. She's got one. The TBS. The rest can.
Like that. Like one of them's the CMLL, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
The oldest company ever. Yeah,
Some of them I think have been discontinued now. Who gives a
I will say I did like that shot. Was it last week when they had them all hanging on the ropes?
That was good.
Awesome, yeah.
They're probably like the entrance at All In Texas as well, didn't you? I don't think you've seen it yet.
No. What's that smell? Smells like victory, says Zarya.
You'd really like that. And the Forbidden Door one. Like, you should watch him.
It's not
she
quite-
comes up with these really cool ways to, like, they're
Busy.
really good.
Real busy.
It's not quite the WrestleMania 17 because that's probably, but it's probably the WrestleMania 21. Like a massive event that's done really well for them, well past the commercial peak that makes you think, oh, there is a real future for this company. So you've the WrestleMania 21 happened and he ain't going to watch it.
I was on a stag do, I think, wasn't I?
Yeah, then.
Been real busy since then.
I on tour.
Yeah.
We get a Blake Monroe vignette. She's in a bath. She's got makeup streaming down her face. And we hear, breaking news, the glamour is not yet done with Jordan Grace. She says,
Do that again, that was good.
breaking news.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
The glamour's not done with Jordan Grace. She says, this is a tragedy. I'm the glamour, the starlet on the marquee, the champagne-soaked Cinderella of WWE. You ruined everything. It's never meant to be like this. I want it to be something different. I want it to be clean, perfect, untouchable. But the truth is, the glamour was never meant to be clean. The glamour is cruel and merciless. The glamour can bleed and still be the star of the show. Last week, you reminded me that glamour and hell are never meant to be separate. You made me feel...
What's she on about? What the f*** are they on about with this bullshit?
Now.
It's f***ing shit, pal. I'm sorry. Like,
Glamour and hell were never meant to be separate.
I'll watch this excited for you to recite it. At what point? How far could we get before I was like, all right, slow your roll, Ashton. Like...
Yeah, she's more or less sort of thing. The glamour has teeth. She's hungry. She's going to show you why Blake Monroe can make even the devil blush. See you in hell.
I have so much more patience for, like, I don't really
Crap.
love this term, but it seems to permeate 2025.
Slop.
Yeah, Fed slop, right? Because I feel like I know what Fed slop is, and I think it's thrown around. I don't like that. But, like, I have way more tolerance for it, should we say.
Is it like tubby custard?
What?
If you want. What, as in that, like, you could put it on toast?
Look at it. Like,
Yeah, actually, yeah,
good to me.
I would have tubby custard, yeah.
seen tubby custard before?
I have,
Time for tubby custard.
yeah, no, I've seen Teletubbies, but
See, Teletubbies, bro.
like,
You ever tubbed?
Look at it. It looks class.
nah.
Yeah, no, I'd have that.
I think James watched it for me. Eldest watched it for a bit. The youngest, no.
This, they don't. They think they've really got something here. They think they like whoever got together and made it, scripted it, Blake Monroe herself, whoever shot it. They couldn't wait for this to air. You're not going to believe what we've done this week. Just
Crap.
so chintzy and cheesy and
Cringeworthy.
pointless. Really, like she's been bloodied by Jordan Grace is what I took from this, and where you thought this was originally Jordan Grace's revenge act, like surprise. It's my revenge act now, so it becomes this real blood feud. I couldn't have felt less for it. Like, if they'd have just shown her, I'm not saying every week it just has to be back to basics. I would typically say the opposite. I want the bollocks. But, like, if there's her getting, like, stitched up and they're trying to illustrate, the glamour, well, the glamour is only the glamour until, like, I see the glamour stained in my own blood and then I do something about it and I'll drag it to hell. That's a totally different promo that illustrates that they're going to have some really violent payoff to all this. This faux sixth form artsy crap did the total opposite for me.
Yeah. It was laughable. I enjoyed laughing at it.
My base is red.
Glamour and hell should never be separate. Who writes this? This is the Schism Jism
Yeah.
writer.
Yeah.
Well, then we got Dark State versus our boys Hank and Tank for the NXT tag titles. Looked for a second like they were going to win them back in like 30 seconds. Tank knocked, it was Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin representing Dark State. Tank knocked Dion off the apron, hitting a springboard back elbow. They hit their finisher, honk, honk. But Dion just dives in to break it up. They all get in the ring, big brawl. Dark State boys get knocked to the outside, and Hank and Tank dive through the ropes to take a break. When we come back, Tank's in trouble, but he fights back with a modified sling blade. But he comes off the ropes into a spine buster from Dion, who brings in Osiris. There's a double choke slam for 2. And Osiris is mocking Tank and shoving him down, talking trash. But then we get the hot tag to Hank. Love that. Hank nails punches and body slams. The There's a splash. There's a bulldog to Osiris. He sends him into Dion. There's an Alabama slam attempt, but Dion blocks it, but gets hit with an inverted sidewalk slam for a near fall. Hank and Tank basically hit Power and Glory for another near fall. They again signal for their finisher, honk, honk. But there's Cutler James and Saquon Sugars, the other members of NXT, get involved. Cutler pulls Walker to the outside of the ring, grabs him, and obviously off the back of what happened last week, he said something along the lines of, your boy Joe Hendry can't save you now. Say his name, and he appears. He's the Kool-Aid man now. He bursts through that wall, which is only ever there when they need to either send someone through it or burst through it.
Why did somebody get through that wall? That's a permanent wall.
That permanent wall,
Joe Hendry's so strong, he burst through that.
Burst through a permanent wall.
Pops me every time, that spot. I love it.
Because that's the first time.
Both, by the way. Someone being sent through that wall or Joe Hendry appearing like this.
It's a weird NXT trick where you notice that wall for the first time on the show precisely 5 seconds before it gets broken. Yes. So you've only got just enough time to be like, well, that's getting bust. And
it's like in a video game like this, where it's got all the bricks, and there's one brick that just looks weird. I have to go and interact with that brick then, probably.
They hide it for the duration of the broadcast, don't they?
Joe bursts out, big pop, obviously. He chases Cutler James through the ring. The referee gets involved. In amongst all this, Hank gets an O'Connor roll, but Osiris Griffin reverses it at the last second before the referee sees this. 1, 2, 3, Dark State retain.
I haven't got a lot to say about the match or Hank and Tank, but just a little something on Dark State, because you were totally right about them as patter people now. It is a theme in WWE. Like, they can't do scary heels. They can't, so make them all patter clowns. The Vision, the Wyatts, and now there's 5 of them. It's not about the scary mask, it's the numbers game. You know,
so can you do the thing? Because that feels weird if you don't do it.
Jesus!
Who else? MFTs. There's been bloody loads of them.
Up next is Aleister Black.
Yeah, Aleister Black. There's no scary heels, so they just make more clowns. Worked again. It's a
scary heel. Have you my wife after we have an argument?
Although I do make her take them off before she walks into your house.
That's right. That's just
Johnny and Tomasha.
That's just good etiquette, good decorum.
I quite like Dark State now.
Yeah, me too.
I like Hank and Tank more, obviously, but
just what? Who are the scary? It's just like a compliment to John Moxley and the Death Riders, because they've not had to make them clowns. So that's like, you must be doing something right that you've not had to just resort to every single heel staples fire escape.
That's just AEW better.
No,
they set out.
No, you're gonna have to give me a proper answer. I'm not looking for a joke answer. I'm looking for a serious answer.
Okay, so they set about doing something. Eventually got there, and now they're a intimidating unit that you can believe could kick people's ass.
Yeah,
it's not that hard. Moxley did it. AEW did it. Little number 2. So why can't number 1 do it? Don't ask some questions.
Maybe the market doesn't want it.
Maybe the market.
That's why the market leader doesn't provide it.
So we get a nice video package hyping up Ethan Page and Tavian Heights and the history of flag matches. And then there's that.
God.
The rich history.
Ethan Page nearly died. Do you want to add this to the chapter?
Before that.
See that bump?
We see Ethan Page, that NXT Anonymous video we talked about yesterday with him chatting to Miles Bourne. And then, yes, Lexis King's there. Just pissing about in the locker room, and Charlie Dempsey's there and listening to him. Lexis says, I know Miles isn't a good listener, but he doesn't take direction very well, does he? And Charlie's like, not my problem, not my job anymore. It doesn't take my advice. I
feel like black comedy, Lexis King had a good line here.
Right.
Where he basically said it goes in one body and out the other body. I mean, like, I
think at this point we accept.
Of course he has.
He's approved all this. Yeah.
Of course he has.
And got the dumbest idiot delivering the lines.
Yes.
Which doubles down on the idea, doesn't it? Yeah.
Lexis says, must be embarrassing to lose a blindfold match. I wouldn't show my face in NXT if it happened to me. Miles appears immediately at this point, holding a steel chair, turns the lights off. Is that a Randy Orton reference?
Oh, yeah. When he had the night vision goggles.
When he had the night vision goggles.
Yes and no. No.
Because the old guys were playing poker.
Yeah.
Kill him.
It was a reference to the fact that you can see in the dark.
Yes, but also a Randy Orton reference.
If you like.
Full boiler suit and night vision goggles in an empty performance centre. I wonder if 4 Legends are going to pick one tiny room with which to play cards in a venue where they shouldn't even technically be because of the law.
Oh, yeah, they did. They are. Oh, great.
What a result.
What a result.
Well, lucky I brought my boiler suit and night vision goggles. I never bring them to work, and would you believe it?
Did you do that as well? Was it Christian couldn't take a bump, and so the lights went off, lights went on again, and or was that Flair maybe?
I think most of them just, it's like if you just
didn't have to take it. It's the Panda. I don't know. I have to take a bump.
He's just like hit the wall with his chair, and everybody screamed a bit, and then everybody was suddenly down. Sean survived it because he took the punt and then just got straight back up. Remember that? Got in trouble.
Yeah.
It's no sold it. HBK.
But yeah, he turns the lights off, attacks Lexis with the chair, and turns the lights back on and says, unfinished business. Good. Mm-hmm. I love Miles Bourne. Just love the idea of like, beat me in a blindfold match, will you? Turn the lights on, smash it with the chair.
I love Miles Bourne, and I like Lexis King.
Coming around. He's leaned out as well. Doesn't look like as much of a slug no more in the ring. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
He looks like a slug.
This is when he said leaning out. I was thinking worming out again.
Yeah, worming out.
What's the thought, worming out?
Worming out.
He was a slug. He was crap and undynamic for a while, but the last couple of times I've seen him in there, he's looking springy.
Then it was time for Ethan Page versus Tavian Heights in the best flag match I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is it the only one you've seen?
I think I feel like I watched Cena Rusev, but it didn't have the bump that this match had, so automatically better.
I mean, this bump wasn't good, though.
It was awesome. They got USA, Canada flags.
Could have had a terrible outcome.
Yeah.
Page immediately just goes for his flag, but he gets pulled off by Tavian Heights. And then, this was the bit where Heights tackled Page through the ropes to the floor in a sick-looking bump. Heights hit a modified sling blade, stomped on Ethan Page's face. Page went after the ribs of Heights, grabbed his wrist, hit the confidence breaker, went for the ego's edge, but Tavian landed on his feet. They battle on the top, and Page grabbed Tavian by the hair, and they both fell down. Heights went for his flag, Page went for his, and Page realized that he was not going to make it in time, so he charged at him and got sent into the ring post. Tavian climbs up, Page gets to the apron, trips him. He sort of hits the turnbuckle and falls to the floor. Page chucks Tavian into the ring steps, climbs to the apron, goes for the Canadian flag, but Tavian catches him. He gets elbowed down, but Page gets crotched on the ropes, gets up, Tavian with a super belly to belly, and he grabs the flag to win.
Yeah, but the bump was crazy, man.
Crazy
Glad
bump
Ethan
there.
Page is all right. I don't know what it is with Ethan Page, because I've always
To describe the bump, he tries that Big E spear.
Yeah.
And it must be quite hard to do. I mean, evidently it is, because Ethan Page exits the ring with his ass on the apron and his back going through the ropes, and then just falls backwards onto his head.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not nice.
I mean, he liked it.
I've always got space for at lest one drab wrestler. I love a drabber. I'd really do.
Seth for a while.
Yeah. I just.
Why do you like a drabber, mate?
No, I just do. I like something reliable. I like stability. I like just sort of assurances in life in general. And I see a nice drab wrestler who's giving me exactly what I expect. Not a thing more, not a thing less. And I'm like, yes. Kind of
You've got such a weird brain.
showed 1-0 at home type thing, just job done. I just feel good. I woke up this morning feeling fine. I went to bed also feeling fine. Everything just stayed was just so. Not enough days, no task, no hassle, just so. And I like wrestlers that give me that emotional response to things, because I would take that my whole life if I could. I'd live my whole life rolling a 4 rather than gambling once to roll a 6 if I could, right? And wrestlers fundamentally can offer me that. Ethan Page is never that. I've always got space for 1 or 2, but for some reason it's just not, this run is not connecting in that way, and he could get that spot anytime he bloody wanted. Could Ethan Page.
Who's your favourite drabber then?
Whatever.
Well, Evergreen and...
It's Miz. That's he's just so, I know where I'm at
He's
with
not even perfunctory, though. He's awful.
I'm the Miz and I'm drab.
He's awesome at the moment.
He is awesome.
Yeah, him dicking around with Mello is just yep, God, they're kicking around on SmackDown. I'd say...
He's not drab, though. He's crab. He's not drab.
I think Alexa Bliss has probably fallen at that category a few times over the years.
Drab, to me, suggests competent. The Miz is incompetent.
Nah, man, he's...
Halfway, everything he does looks awful.
That's not his catchphrase either. Both getting it wrong.
Any drabbers that you like?
Oh, it must be the worst genre for Sidge.
Hey, Travis.
I was going to say
every extreme. It's kind of hardcore that way.
Just I'm wired.
No, I like to laugh at, I like ridicule things or get my face melted by them.
I couldn't have all drabs. That's the problem with
No.
wrestling in 2020. Too many drabbers. But like I always gravitate towards one or two. You know, but I was like a long-standing Bobby Roode guy for that.
There
reason.
it is. Yeah.
Like Bobby Roode, man.
Saw a clip of Bobby, didn't we, when they were talking about Homecoming?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope he shows up. Does his entrance, leaves. Like
That's the T-shirt they can sell. Arrive, do entrance, leave.
50 guys now, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Homecoming's a whole show of people just doing their entrances. I think it's the greatest show I've ever seen in my entire life.
In Full Sail.
Yeah.
With the old set. That'd be great. Black and gold ropes and stuff up for the night. Yes, please.
The better.
Not for
You
one night.
remember the old school Raws?
Yeah.
What you do with Faithful Repro of
Yeah.
Full Sail?
Let's not stand on the dick of the preview too much.
Regal comes in and shouts War Games, and it's like, not yet, William.
So yeah, Heights has got the American flag. He gets the Canadian one and drapes it over Ethan Page like he obviously did to him. He's got his revenge. And then all of a sudden, Tyler Breeze's music hits. Out he comes with a selfie stick and gets in the ring to set up a North American title match for next week out of nowhere. It was officially confirmed later on the show with, as we discussed earlier, the render from about 4 years ago, Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. Sorry, 1 second. I've got to take this. I'm actually going to give you a topic to talk about. Tyler Breeze is back. Let me know your thoughts. I've just got to take this. It's Mark Henry. Have I mentioned I was on tour? Went to Paris.
Why are you
Cannot
talking?
possibly
it's like
ring
a,
it
like a
out.
post, like a little
A
catch-up.
debrief?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the point? It's done.
So
You've already wasted enough days.
I'll take this. You talk about Tyler Breeze.
No. Don't do it again next year. We need to focus on the podcast now. Hell.
He's from a period we love, but even then, I was just like, he's a bit overrated as a wrestler. I like the character a great deal, but like the matches never. He was in the fatal 4-way from the takeover main event. Like, but otherwise, it's never stuck too much for me to Tyler Breeze.
No, don't have an enormous amount of affection for Tyler Breeze, truth be told. I think he's well liked enough.
Selfie sticks were a bit more of a niche item at the time as well.
He had it all. He seemed to have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Is like he's a guy who could pop you a nice little prelim heel. It never it's one of those where it seems like a great idea, but it just never worked out there.
Small when he got to the main roster as well. It was like an ECW signing, wasn't it?
Yeah, half a rhino.
Oh God, remember Little Rhino?
Sorry, my tennis elbow.
Hey, thanks. You all right?
Long time. Well, I saw you yesterday, but long time literally no see on the video side of the podcast, of course.
That's why that makes sense.
How's it going, guys? Hey, you looking forward to NXT Homecoming?
Cannot wait, Stacks.
I'm always looking forward to coming, but Homecoming's good too as well. Anyway, looking forward as well. Speaking of looking forward to things, looking forward to National Video Games Day on Friday. Hey, Sidge, what's the deal with video games, huh?
Well, video games are playable games that you usually either do on your PC or via a device called a console, where programmers will create for you a world into which you can escape and embody great heroes like Super Mario or sort of various other video game characters like Sonic the Hedgehog, and you can control them in these environments where they can jump onto platforms and escape obstacles, so they can shoot a load of people's guts out, or you can race cars. You can do anything in a video game.
It could be a boat.
And now my understanding is that an absolutely intense dedication to photorealism has kind of sucked the fun out of things, but maybe that's just an old man opinion. Either way, video games, you basically get to control a character, be them for a little bit, shoot some people, jump over things, avoid things, race past things just in the nick of time. When I can be bothered, I love a good video game, but you reach a certain age, as a casual video game guy, you reach a certain age and you think, in the time I boot this up, relearn the controls, I could just be asleep.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have found something good to read on Twitter by now. If I did this instead.
Sex is like a video game to me. Usually just watch the gameplay footage and never get to do it myself. 3 jokes, 3 questions for you. By the way, you got any channels that I can learn more about gaming while I'm at it, or podcast too?
There's WhatCulture Gaming.
Yep.
I'll check that out. Thanks very much.
There's a WhatCulture for everything, Stacks.
Well, 3 jokes, 3 questions for you.
I thought you would take that, babe. Your favorite thing?
Sex.
Not yet. Not yet. You could front that if you wanted a side gig.
3 jokes, 3 questions for you. What is a cat's favorite part of a video game?
Cat.
Could it be the pause menu?
Oh, that's very good. I can't think of anything better. The pause menu.
Pause menu.
Yes. Good punning.
Sage question joke number 2. What happens when you return a Nintendo games console?
Right. Switch is probably, because it's like,
You switch it.
you switch it for another one.
Yeah.
You switch it for another one.
Good night, right?
God damn it.
What happens when you return a Nintendo games console? You get a Wii fund.
Okay, that's not bad.
So goddamn close, guys.
Should have went through the...
Yeah, I didn't think.
Because they've got a weird... There's one called the Wii U. What? There's one called... you can't put 64 on a joke. And then there's different variations. I think the Americans call it the SNES.
They don't call it SNES, do they?
We call it SNES.
Super. Do you want to come around my house for Super Nintendo? Singular.
Super NES or the SNES?
We'll play
SNES.
Legos, then we'll play Super Nintendo.
Sounds like a good time, Graham. That's for dinner. I don't know, cilantro.
There's a squirrel in my yard.
Squirrel. Question joke number 3.
Well, that's fall for you.
What does a video game and a penis have in common?
A video game and a penis. Something to do with joystick.
I was going to say, like, the harder
Nothing.
it is.
They're both joysticks.
So the harder it is, the better it is, or something like that. Like,
Why would it be a soft video game?
difficulty levels.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah. What's the point to set up?
What does a video game and a penis
Okay,
have in common?
One of them's a little easier to beat.
That's good.
Good night, right? That's so goddamn close, guys. What does a video game and a penis have in common? The more you play with it, the harder it gets. See you later, guys.
Right. Difficulty curves and erections.
Yeah, that's it. Those things work quite a lot.
Anyway, I hope he doesn't come back.
Okay. Well, I mean, Sax hasn't left yet, so I guess we'll never know until
No,
he does.
past the 20 minutes, who cares, really? Yeah. We've made the money. Does anyone really want an in-depth analysis of the main event?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, probably thumbnail is. I'm going to guess that's where the thumbnail is because there's never any stars in the show, and then 3 turn up and tension, innit?
You're right. Ow.
Bye,
Bye,
Stax.
Stacks.
Bye, mate. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It wasn't.
How many sentences did he say?
Huh?
How many sentences did Mark say?
It wasn't Mark. It was Henry Mark, actually. He was saying he couldn't come to the Sweet Chin Disco tour. And next time he'll make sure he gets tickets at dice.fm, of course.
Be some serious brand confusion on the posters if he was there as well, wouldn't he? Like,
complicates things, doesn't it? What'd you get up to?
we only just talked briefly about
Tyler Breeze.
And Stax popped in.
Ah, you're joking.
Yeah. Well, he was.
Do you remember who Tyler Breeze wrestled at the first Brooklyn?
I wasn't watching back then.
Trying to get him to do. I'm trying to lead him down a path.
Favorite
Favorite Jushin Liger match? Yeah, probably.
WCPW, probably, if anything.
Jesus, they got bloody everybody, don't they? They got bloody loads of
Loads of them, all of them.
Lola Vice.
Can't even monetize those freaking YouTube videos anymore. What a time that was.
That one, it's like, is it Ray and Del Rio? It's like
88
60
gazillion viewers. £3.
We could be dining out on that to this day.
Those two would have been putting my kids through college.
We could have done even more self-indulgent podcasts.
Hang on. Give me a number for millions of views. I'll look it up right now.
64 Zoolane.
64 Zoolane.
What age, by the way, for that?
Oh, you're in the zone now with Eric.
Is he all right for
yeah,
that?
Right.
No, it's hardcore, mate. So you don't keep that until he's 6. No, you might
Goodbye,
hold it.
sun, hello, moon. That was like the day is actually getting easier for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved 64 Zoolane. I don't know if it'll hold his attention, but it's certainly a very pleasant watch.
He likes Corey Carson right now.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I've
well.
aged. My kids have aged out of it.
It's really weird. It's like it's a car, but you're like, sorry, how's this work then? So you're a car, yeah, but I live in a house. What?
And your name's also car.
And then a football got stuck on the roof, so an adult car had to go up and get it, but then that car got stuck, and I was like, what is happening here?
It's funny you say that because when I didn't do it, but my friend was stoned. Okay, genuinely, my friend was stoned at uni once, and I was round her house. Like she lived somewhere else, so we did the old house visit thing, and she was so baked that she forgot what a certain part of a home was called. Right, you'll get it in a second. She forgot what a certain part of a home was called, and there was something going on outside, and she was looking out the window, and she was like, oh, something's going on with that car. I'm like, what car? You know the car that lives in that house. She meant a garage. The car that lives in that house. And it's been adapted for television, it would seem. Adapted for television.
Rey Mysterio versus Alberto El Patron from the Pro Wrestling World Cup Mexico Part 5. 8 years ago it was on.
I'm going to go with 77 million.
I'll take 64.
Sidge is closer, but still not that close. 89 million views.
Nice. I mean, fair play. Landed on a match that drew, obviously, but God. What's second? Are you able quickly
look
to
it up,
what match dropped second from that era?
Videos. Okay. Yeah.
Is it Osprey Speedball? That got raves, didn't it?
It's not. There's an Osprey Rey match.
The broken ropes?
No. There's an Osprey. Yeah, Osprey Rey Mysterio is the 5th most watched with 5.3 million views.
Who else did Ray? Did Ray wrestle Ricochet in WCPW?
Bingo! 14 million views.
People love Rey Mysterio, bro.
That, if I'm not mistaken, was the one we did in Leeds, because I seem to remember it's so cool when we do it, like when we had it in Vegas, it's like a name up in lights. And it said tonight, WCPW stacked Rey Mysterio versus Ricochet. So that was...
Well done, Phil.
Right, back to NXT. There was another great personality profile thing on Lola Vice. All about...
That was well done, though.
Yeah, really good. There was a good one last week as well. But then we got to Fatal Influence. That being, of course, by the way, if you're unaware of Fatal Influence, that being former Women's North American Champion Fallon Henley, Jasmine Nix, who the leader of Fatal Influence told to put on more makeup in this segment, and NXT Women's Champion JC Jane, who basically tells them, go and win the tag titles.
Yeah.
Or win the match to get the match for the tag titles.
I kind of like, with Fatal Influence, how it's the total opposite of the slow build Judgment Day. Things are falling apart. It's like they have completely fallen apart and just stay falling apart. There's no even attempt to put them back together, is there? It's just hatred.
I feel like it might be coming to a head, but it's always 1 week away from just completely imploding. Yeah,
the epitome of the men women's wrestling genre.
These just can't get along.
They just can't. All women secretly hate each other, except these ones actually do out loud. That's how bitchy they are.
So yeah, it was Henley and Nix versus the Culling versus Zaruka. Triple threat, number 1 contenders, tag team elimination match. It was Nix, Tatum Paxley, and Zarya starting off. They double team Zarya, send her to the outside, but she comes back in, double clothesline. We end up with Izzy Dame and Zarya in there, big shots to each other, but they get knocked down by a flying crossbody by Fallon Henley. Ruka comes in, she drops Nix on top of Paxley and does the old surfboard.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah, drop down, snap, ah. And then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted like that.
The Culling get involved, all of them. Wildcard Nico Vance, of course, and Sean Spears. Zarya, there was a dive onto Nico. There was a spear to Sean Spears. And it all culminates with Sol Ruca moonsaulting off the top onto all the members of the Culling to take us to a break. When we come back, Zarya goes after Fatal Influence on the outside.
Moonsault or something, innit?
Zarya gets sent into the ring steps. There's a blockbuster to Dane by Fallon. Nix comes in. They drop Sol onto Izzy. Nix tries to cover both of them. Nix goes for a superplex, but Ruka counters with a doomsday blockbuster. Zarya, Paxley, and Henley come in, and Zarya just runs wild. Back elbows, headbutts, pump kicks, double German suplexes. She caught Nix coming in midair. There's a spinning belly to back suplex, an overbomb for 2. Zaruka hits stereo spears. They're running wild here. Zarya has Nix in position for the F5. Ruka goes for the Soul Snatcher, but at the last second, Henley shoves Zarya into the path, and Ruka hits her partner with the Soul Snatcher. She can't believe what she's done. She gets clotheslined over the top, and Nix pins Zarya. Zaruka eliminated. Our pick.
Yeah, we talked about there's been miscommunications and
It's just Fraxy minute.
yeah. More out at the end of the match.
Tatum hits a drop kick to Fallon. Izzy hits a super lung blower to Nix.
It's a long blower.
It's just because she's tall as well.
Right, 'cause I know what a long blower is.
And it takes ages.
Yeah. JC, nailed.
You a fan of a long blower?
JC hits Tatum with a shot as she goes into the ropes. There's a roll up for 2. A Nix kick, but Izzy breaks it up. Nix and Dame brawl on the outside. Dame chokeslam Nix onto the apron. Henley hit a ring post tiger feint kick. Goes to the top. Nix hit a step up Insaguri. Henley avoided the 450. Tatum Paxley blocked the Famouser. Brought in Dame, and they hit that big boot psycho trap combo. Sky high from Dame. The Culling are the number 1 contenders.
I mean, I don't mind the Zaruka accidentally keeps attacking a bit for that story. I liked it with Fraxium. I'm not going to mind it with these either.
We've been praising Tatum Paxley for weeks as well.
Yeah, no, she's good.
It's just a bunch of moves, man. This was so...
Hers are good, though.
Yeah, lots of them were good. It's just
intent behind them.
If I was in the building, I could see why a lot of this stuff gets over, because you're seeing it in real life. And
I was in that building, I would do it, I would told, and that's clap.
it's hotter in person, but
the rest of them do.
It's,
Others was fun.
I find this genre a bit depressing sometimes, because they go out there and they work really hard. I say it on Dynamite all the time. They go out there and work really hard, mostly quite well executed stuff. A lot to remember, a lot to do on the spot whatever they're calling out there as well. Admirable, but I feel bad that I feel so little.
I think I liked it a little bit more than him.
Yeah.
Can't really add any insights into why I thought it was really particularly good, because it was just, moves in an exchange. Thought the Soul Snatcher spot was actually really well done. I can imagine that the difficulty level on that was rather high. All right, wasn't it?
I like the Culling as the challenges to Charlotte. I want to look at that, Charlotte and Alexa versus them.
Oh my God.
Paxley and Alexa are going to wheel each other out. Ugh, I suddenly hate it. But at least Paxley can work.
Like on running interference, there's Spearsy. He's running around on the floor. He's trying to get in the mix and then get stopped by Dr. Lily. We meet again.
Stop talking about Dr. Lily. It's infiltrating my space now. Let's keep it on Fridays and
it was always the goal.
So what I can only describe next what happened is, so that happens. And I'm like, okay, cool, Culling, number 1 contenders. What a show. And then, when Christmas...
What a show. Another one.
At Christmas when your parents, pull out an extra present?
That happened to me once. Did that happen to you once?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I think that was when I got the Scale Extra, because I was a bit like, and you're that age where you're kind of, you're not just blindly, where's this? Like, I can understand. I should be appreciative. I've got some nice presents here, but one thing I really wanted isn't here. And then, what's this big long scale X-ray?
My sister was a once over like Christmas.
Let's check up on what Michael's doing at his job. Oh, okay.
Like a real, like, she was just naughty, misbehaved, deprived. I might have told the story on the podcast before. Like, deprived me of my last day party. I was in year 7, she was in year 11, something like that. She got pissed at dinner time, didn't she? So she got sent home. So honestly, we're a family of Rajis. And then I was like, well, they wouldn't let us get like the bus on my own or whatever, even though I could. I'll pick him up while we're at it. And I'll just say I milked it. I made a meal of it. And little Sidgy tiptoes downstairs on Christmas morning. What's under the tree? Loads of them. Go to the dining room, Michael, as well. I need something from the table. A new bike, is it? Hell yeah. I'll teach you to get pissed. Wants us to get nothing. No, she got some stuff. She got loads of stuff, just not as much as me. So, anyway, yes, what was you saying?
Well, yeah, so I thought show's over. But then I look. There's 10
Damn
minutes
right it's over. Triple H t-shirt said.
There's 10 minutes left. What's going on here? JC Jane's bollocking the rest of Fatal Influence, obviously. They embarrassed her. There's no way they're not going to be at NXT Homecoming. I mean, that card's all. I mean, it might as well be called NXT Shelves. So they're not gonna get.
Full shelf university.
You know, there's empty shelves.
Yeah, I'm thinking like back shelves. Jane is tired of carrying this group on her back. Where's my respect? She basically says, Sidge. The lack of respect she gets is pathetic. She doesn't need applause or respect, unlike all the other women in WWE. She only needed it herself. She called herself the greatest NXT women's champion of all time. And who should be her? Where the hell have you been? But Stephanie Vacquet. Out she comes.
What's gone on there?
What's gone on there?
I don't know.
Like, when bloody...
She missed a fly or something.
I don't know. Like, obviously, Triple H gives the keys to the road dog and he crashed it in the bloody wall on Raw on Monday. And that he doesn't even know that contract signing
he
was
didn't even
taken
know
off
it
the
hadn't
show.
happened, by the way, Sid.
See that?
It got mentioned on, like, Pat
That,
McAfee,
it came
I
out.
think
So he's on Pat McAfee. And
aye.
he's like, I was doing something else. And so I missed Raw. I haven't even checked the results yet. I haven't even listened to the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast. And they were like...
Don't want his custom.
Yeah, they said, what was the deal with the contract signing? So, yeah. It's kind of a 20 contract. Yeah, it was great. It was a contract signing. But it didn't happen, Paul. What? Like, getting his phone. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and then still no answer. And then there she was.
Oh, yeah.
But a relief, really, because she's not been, like, just Stephanie Vacquet in front of the crowd. The last time I remember was that, like, really awesome super babyface squad 4-on-4 on Raw, like a month ago or something. And I can't think of the time she's been on TV properly since, other than backstage with Postman Pins.
So out she comes. Flashback to obviously when the thing that no one saw coming, JC Jane being the one to dethrone her. She gives her credit for that, but she mentions the fact she was double champ at the time and did it with nobody's help. And she says, I'm going to become a champion again at WrestlePalooza. And Jane's like, have you seen the numbers game? 3 of us, 1 of us. 3 of us, 1 of you. When have I seen this before? And Stephanie says, yeah, about that. Do you know what time it is?
Oh my God.
So excited. I didn't press the button properly. It's TV time! All right, okay. I need
You
help
see
with
these
this.
people every week, mate.
Yeah, but not on NXT.
Not back home.
Yeah. So out comes WWE World Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton and Vic Joseph.
Oh! Teachable moment!
This one, Sid. Vic Joseph says the WWE Women's Champion has returned home. And I'm fairly certain Booker T says, I got to pop my dick, man.
I gotta pop my dick, man. Here's the thing. I think it said pop my neck. Don't know what that means.
Like, yeah. Head on a swivel? Like, looking everywhere just to see who else is around, that kind of thing? I don't know. Like,
It's the one thing I agreed with Booker T on for quite some time when he said that.
Okay.
But,
I will say, so I don't know what pop my neck means, which is what he said. Maybe it's like,
got to pop my dick, man.
maybe it's like he's bending his neck to make sure he's seen him, but he has to pop his neck. So because But when he said pop my dick, what do you think that meant?
I think just like relieve the pressure at this point.
I thought I got to pop my dick, man. I thought I mean pop it under my belt.
Oh,
Because I've got an erection and this is a way of hiding
and
it.
it feels awesome at the same time. Yeah.
Awesome. Because I've popped my dick and it's awesome.
I got to pop my dick, man.
But Ryan Barnes always popping his dick on TV.
He's shaking his cock around, Brett.
You got
you think. That's what he said yesterday. He said shaking his cock around makes you think.
Makes you think.
I saw him popping his dick on Sunday Morning Superstars, Brett.
So how comes Tiffany Strand? I got to pop my dick, man. Tiffany says, I'm the longest running chubby in the company. That was a long time since we've done this.
Yeah.
I don't think you're the greatest NXT women's champion of all time. But Jane says, look at you two. You know, Stephanie and Tiffany, you're like super seniors who graduate and want to come back to high school and try and feel cool again. That's sad. That's really sad, she says. It's embarrassing.
I mean, JC Jones has been repeating the fourth grade for like 12 years.
Yes, indeed.
If we're doing that analogy.
And we are because,
She
much
did.
like the house one, it'll probably go on for about another 5 years.
And Tiffany says, ooh, not sure how Mammy is going to take being called a super senior. And I was like, no. And then,
Oh my God, someone I see every single Monday.
but not on this show.
Not on a Tuesday.
This is my brutality. Out comes Rhea Ripley. And I'm like, I've got to pop my dick, man. Male influence are terrified. They're all freaking out. Rhea says, greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time. I don't think so. Let's have a bare knuckle fight at NXT Homecoming, and they get rid of Fatal Influence to close out this incredible show.
So-
Oh my god. Oh my
Impressed.
god.
Here's something. Here's my take before you give yours.
All right.
3 wrestlers who, yes, are over. 3 wrestlers come out who you see every single week, sometimes on multiple segments of the show, come out on a different day of the week and basically say the most phoned in AI WWE copy of, well, I made the most history and I was the best women's champion, one after another, and then the show just kind of ends. And you're hysterical.
Yeah, I've written insane returns ahead of NXT Homecoming on my notes.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I loved this.
So this is a fun match for next week. I agree with you on this one. I think there might actually be a tiny bit of depth to this.
Oh, Christ, here he goes, another 10 minutes.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Adam Sidgwick can walk out.
Yeah, buckle up. Now,
Depth.
what's going to happen on Raw next week is this match is going to be promoted heavily.
Yeah,
NXT
obviously.
Homecoming is going to be
Although
promoted.
they need to, but yeah.
And then who are the 2 like people that should say, well, in fact, like there are 2 main arguments for who's the best women's champion in NXT history. Asuka and Io Sky.
I was going to say Asuka. I didn't know what that was.
Be bored, so I yawned.
Asuka and Io Sky. And Rhea Ripley's going to say, like, we were there last week, but you know what, Io, I think it's probably you. And then Asuka's going to start with a shot. You what? Like, that folds quite nicely into what they're doing on Raw.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Thanks, Dad. Like, but yeah. So I don't mind that. They might, like, Asuka might furiously make an appearance in this match next week
Oh my god.
Another person I didn't expect to see here.
with Kyrie.
Oh my god.
We'll
Oh
probably
my
bring
God, Kyrie's Sane in 2025.
No, because she has
But
to
if all
bring
these
her on.
NXT stars are coming from the main roster, surely someone from NXT should go to the main roster, really, to
Even the sides.
please.
He's not going to turn up at home because he was never there.
It was
But
the Trick Mellow gang.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Dijak, take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
Wagner Watch.
Come Tuesday.
Let's love him one more.
Hey, Dijak, take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
Wagner Watch.
Come Tuesday.
So yeah, the perfect ending to an amazing show.
Yeah, and massive over delivery of an episode. This. I just imagined what if next week they just bring out Solomon Crow and he does it. Just like a rumor.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts on NXT in the comment section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all 3 of us. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett.
Follow Michael Sidgwick at
I'm Sidgwick.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. We'll obviously be previewing NXT Homecoming next week. But for right now, the preview for AEW Dynamite is available for now as well. This has been the NXT review. My thanks to Hamflett, Sidgwick, to Stacks. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.